Good morning. Unmuting myself would be fabulous. I am Monica Henderson, and I am here returning with my This is 40 post, sharing with you a little bit about some of the things that you have to do as a leader, and also what I have to do as a leader of Mink Life Motivation. I started this challenge a couple weeks ago. To challenge myself to come and teach in the space of my different social platforms and talk directly to my community, as it's something that is difficult for me to do. And I know most people think difficult for you, but you do this all the time. But when you are dealing with different types of anxiety, you will be surprised who is panicking on the inside, looking graceful on the outside. And not that I look graceful all the time, but it does seem like I'm more comfortable, which doing this kind of thing actually makes me more comfortable. But today I want to talk to you about troubleshooting. So one of the main parts about being a leader that a lot of the times people don't even think about is your job as a leader is to be a master troubleshooter. The person who identifies the problem and really creates a solution for that problem. And one of the reasons why this is so important for you to understand as a leader in your business, what your responsibility is in this space is that the problem ends and begins with leadership. It is always our responsibility to take responsibility for things not working. And it is also our responsibility to either solve the problem or tap into the brains of your team so that they can help you solve the problem. And one of the reasons why ways to do this is really by taking the moment and actually leaning into someone who's telling you something's not working. Now I know. What? Yes. When someone tells you that your product sucks or you suck, or a disgruntled customer, a person, a troll, they are the best people to actually ask more questions of. And I know naturally what we want to do is when someone's telling us we're not good or things aren't working the way that we thought they should, is to defend ourselves and say, well, this is that and this is that and that's the other. But the gold is if you can actually stop for a second and go, this is not a personal attack on me. And really get excited that they're going to give you the cheat codes on how to make your product better, how to make your service better, and take as many notes as you possibly can. Ask as many questions as you possibly can. Why doesn't this work for you? What happened? What was your experience? How could we have done that better? If you could have created the perfect ideal scenario, what would that have been? Really asking questions, deeper questions to why they didn't like the program or why they didn't like the service or why they didn't like the product, and really getting down to what it is that you could do better, and then taking that back to your team and collaborating on, like, well, how can we address some of this? And granted, not every complaint will have something that you can change. Not your problem is not one. Your service is not for you. But it is that there might be some truth in that. And if you can kind of mitigate some of those issues that people are working on, then you can actually improve on your product. So every single time here at Mink Life Motivation, we have a conference. We do a lot of that. We do a lot of the things went wrong. When things go right, what went right? Okay, went wrong. And we asked the people who that may have went wrong on if they were unclear about information. The next time that I put together a packet of information, I add the details that they were unclear about in different languaging, and in multiple places so that they have multiple places to find. If they say that they had a hard time trying to find where they could get back to information, I provided another way for them to be able to get that information. If they said that they had a hard time finding the links, then the next time we have the links given to them so often that they get sick of the fact that we're sending them so many emails about here's the link, here's the link, here's the link, right? The feedback that you're getting, most of us feel like it's negative, but if you can look at that feedback as positive feedback, right? Because it's going to help me be better, then you will actually love the process of someone telling you something's not working more so than when someone tells you that it is working. Because honestly, it feels good to our ego when people say, oh, I loved it. It was perfect. You did everything right. But we don't grow in that. If someone tells you something is perfect, you just do exactly the same thing you did the time before. But if someone tells you something's not perfect and that it needs work, you do have to reflect and do something different. And so that is one of the reasons why troubleshooting is a part of our daily lives as leaders. And if you can become a master troubleshooter and get really comfortable with feedback that feels negative, then you can be the most amazing leader in your business. All right. Well, that is my 10 minutes this morning. And I will be back to check in. Here's what we're going to do. I want you to think about some of the things in your business that you would like to troubleshoot, right? What could you fix? What could you do better? What has someone complained about that you've done nothing about? I want you to write a list of those things, and then I want you to create some solutions to those things today. Okay, so write a list of things that you need to troubleshoot, and then write a solution to that as well. And we'll see if we can tap into some of that. This has been my This is 40. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and we will see you later today to check in.